Why including a JSP file with random number generation behaves differently than expected. In Java Servlet Pages, JSP, developers often encounter unexpected behavior when they include other JSP files, especially those involving random number generation. Let's delve into this scenario, understand the implications, and clarify the role of the include directive. The inclusion mechanism. JSP provides two primary mechanisms for including content from other files, the include directive and the JSP include action. While both serve the purpose of reusing code and modularizing the design, they function differently. Include directive %at include file equals filename.jsp%. This directive is a compile-time inclusion, meaning the content of the included file is merged with the parent JSP file during the compilation process. JSP include action. JSP include page equals filename.jsp flush equals true /. This action is a runtime inclusion, where the included file is executed and its output is incorporated into the parent JSP file at runtime. Random number generation and unexpected behavior. When dealing with random number generation within included files, the distinction between compile time and runtime inclusion becomes crucial. Here's why. Compile time inclusion, include directive. When you use the include directive to include a JSP file that generates random numbers, the content of that file is merged into the main file during compilation. This means that the random number generation logic is executed once at compilation, not each time the main JSP file is requested. Consequently, the output remains the same for every subsequent request until the JSP file is recompiled. Runtime inclusion, JSP include action. On the other hand, using the JSP include action will execute the included file every time the main JSP is requested. This leads to new random numbers being generated on each request, resulting in different outputs as expected from a random number generation routine. Practical example. Consider this scenario. Random.jsp. Main.jsp using include directive. Main.jsp using JSP include action. Outcome. Main.jsp with include directive, repeated requests will display the same random number. Main.jsp with JSP include action, each request will display a new random number. Conclusion. Understanding the fundamental difference between the include directive and the JSP include action is key when working with JSP files, especially for tasks like random number generation. The compile time inclusion provided by the include directive can lead to seemingly static output, whereas runtime inclusion via JSP include ensures dynamic and fresh content on each request. Clearly delineating when to use each method can ensure your JSP pages behave as expected, making your web applications both modular and dynamic.